This is August the 3rd, the commemoration of the 74th genocide against the Yezidi people. My husband Joe and I are here in front of Minister Mendicino's constituency office. We are constituents of Minister Mendicino. He is also the Minister of Immigration. I'm asking everybody to write to these two emails. One is ours and one is the minister's. And I'm asking you to write to me also so I can make sure that your email gets to the minister. I want you to ask for two things. One is for an urgent meeting. And number two is to help Cashman and the other Yezidi people who need to come here. 7 years ago, on August 3rd, 2014, the Islamic State committed genocide against the Yezidis in the Shingal region. And 3 days later, they also committed genocide against the Yezidi and Chaldo-Assyrian in the Nineveh Plain, where the Yezidi and Chaldo-Assyrians have lived for at least 7,000 years. In mid-June 2014, Barzani's mafia organization, the Asayish, started their search in the Yezidi regions of Shingal and Nineveh Plain, collecting Yezidi and Chaldo-Assyrian weapons by force. The KRG and its mafia said that because the Iraqi government was defeated by ISIS, the Shingal and Nineveh Plain regions are now part of KRG. Quote, "The KRG Peshmergas will protect you, Yezidis, and you do not have to worry about ISIS. The KRG Peshmergas won't let ISIS reach the Yezidi areas unless ISIS run over the bodies of the Peshmergas." However, in the late evening hours of August 2nd, the Yezidi heard gunshots and that ISIS would attack them. Then the Yezidi tried to flee to Mount Shingal many times before 10 p.m., but the Peshmerga, the KRG, would not allow them. Nevertheless, when ISIS entered the Yezidi region in the early hours of August 3rd and started its brutal killing campaign, most of the KRG forces were already withdrawn from Shingal region. On the northern side of Mount Shingal, where the presence of some Peshmergas was still there, the Yezidis asked the Peshmergas for weapons to fight ISIS and protect their fellow Yezidis. But the KRG Peshmergas refused to give any weapons to the Yezidi to fight against ISIS. And in fact, many Yezidis were killed by Barzani's Peshmergas. I personally met with some of the victims' families whose sons and brothers were killed by Barzani forces. The Yezidi genocide was pre-planned by KRG, Jordan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Turkey, which was an agreement arranged between ISIS leaders and Barzani's authority. The KRG hand the empty-handed Yezidis over to ISIS, and ISIS doesn't attack Kirkuk and the above-mentioned Muslim states who supported ISIS and accept the Islamic State of Kurdistan for Barzani. That was the deal. Hence, the Yezidis and their hidden light AK-47 rifles stood up and fought against Islamic State for 4 to 5 hours until they ran out of ammunition, while other Yezidis were running towards Mount Shingal for their safety, for their lives. Then the region was overrun and Islamic State terrorists killed more than 5,000. This is the estimate by the UN, but the Yezidis believe it's more than 10,000, including beheading and brutal killing of hundreds of men, women, and children. Hundreds, mostly young children, elderly, and sick, passed away of starvation and dehydration in Mount Shingal.
Go.
According to the escaped Yezidi girls and women that I met in northern Iraq, 7,450 Yezidis were kidnapped, mostly young women and children. And currently, an estimated 2,800 Yezidis are still missing. and being held by former ISIS families in Iraq and Syria. And the PKK terrorist organization has kidnapped hundreds of Yezidi children and forced them into child soldiers. Our demands: recognition of the Yezidi genocide by the UN Permanent Security Council. Support an autonomous region for the Yezidi and Chaldo Assyrians in Sinjar and Nineveh Plain under international protection. 3. A rescue team to liberate the remaining 2,800 Yazidis held by ISIS families. We demand the Minister of Immigration and Citizenship in Canada reunite the Yezidi children with their mothers, sisters, and brothers in Canada. 5. International pressure on the KRG and PKK to stop their Kurdification project in Yazidi regions. Oust the PKK from Mount Sinjar. 6. Liberate the Yazidi children from the PKK. 7. International aid directly to the Yazidis and other affected groups, not via the corrupt KRG. 8. We demand that the UN order ISIS perpetrators, including terrorist Barzani, to the ICC for their crimes against humanity and human rights. The Yezidi people are the sun civilization, and as long as sun shines over the world every day and God is alive, no one can destroy the Yezidi people, including the terrorist Barzani and his cohorts. May God bring justice and punish the ones that have hand in the Yezidi genocide. May God bless the pure souls of the Yezidi martyrs. These are the words of Sheikh Mirza Ismail. You can go to his Facebook and read this. And now I would like to close with a message that I hope you, Cashman, will get. This is my husband, Joe Cashman, and I'm Renana, and we are trying so hard to get you to come here, and I don't want you to give up. You can't give up, because we are not giving up. Thank you.